first qualitative variable is gender, which is qualitative discrete nominal. We use a pie chart to show the count of gender. The pie chart shows a clear gender imbalance in the sample. Majority of respondents are female, which is 80% of the dataset, while male respondents represent only a small fraction, which is 30% of the dataset. In conclusion, this sample is heavily dominated by female students.
Our next qualitative variable is using component bar chart, which is music genre. From the chart, we can see pop music is the most preferred genre among students, around 75% for both male and female. The other music genres such as instrumental, rock, religious, and nature, each showing noticeably lower levels of preferences, around 25%. So this means students favor pop music over all other genres.
So, I will explain about our measure of central tendency. First, the mean. Mean for X is 84.6. The average of time student listening to music is 84.6 minutes. And for Y, we got 3.511. The average of student CGPA is 3.511. Next is the median. So for S, we got 60. Half of the students spend less than 60 minutes and the other half spend more than 60 minutes. And for Y, we got 3.625. That's mean half of the student scores below 3.625 and the other half score above 3.625. Next, the mode. Mode for S is 60. So most of the students spend 60 minutes for listening to music. And for Y, we got 3.67. So the most student CGPA is 3.67.
Our second quantitative variable is measures of location. We have two types of measures of location, which is the first quartile Q1 and third quartile Q3. The value of Q1 is 45 minutes. The comment is 35% of students listen to music for less than 45 minutes, while the remaining 75% of students listen to music for more than 45 minutes. For value of Q3 is 120 minutes. The comment is 75% of students listen to music for less than 120 minutes, while the remaining 25% of students listen to music for more than 120 minutes. Our value of Q1 is 3.315. The comment for this is 35% of students obtain CGPA lower than 3.315, while the remaining 75% of students achieve CGPA higher than 3.315. For the third quartile, our value is 3.7725. The comment is 75% of students obtain CGPA lower than 3.7725, while the remaining 25% of students achieve CGPA higher than 3.7725.
The average student time spent listening to music deviates by 70.67 minutes from the mean, which is 84.6 minutes. This value is close to the mean itself, confirming very high dispersion and low consistency in listening habits. Our last quantitative variable is measure of responses, including standard variation and variance. The standard deviation is the square root of the variance. This crucial step brings the measure back to the original units, which is the CGPA grade points. This 0.33 value tells us that on average, a student's CGPA deviates by only 0.33 grade points from the mean of 3.511. Because 0.33 is a low value, the key conclusion is that the academic performance of this group is highly consistent. This indicates balanced success across the group. To make it concrete, we can use the empirical rule. This means 68% of our students have a CGPA between 3.18 and 3.84. This means strong evidence of quality and consistency. The variance is extremely high with 4,994.74. This indicates a huge difference in the amount of time students spend listening to music. Now let's move to the variance. The variance calculated was 0.11. Technically, the variance measures the average square distance of every CGPA score from the mean CGPA of 3.511. It gives us an initial snapshot that the variability in our data is small. This low value of 0.11 is positive. It tells us that our data points the student CGPA scores are relatively close to each other. However, because the units are squared, it's not intuitive to interpret directly in the context of CGPA. That is why we need the standard deviation.
Thank you, Awatif. Next, I will explain the range for our X variable, which is the time spent for listening to music. The minimum time recorded is 10 minutes, while the maximum is 300 minutes. This gives a range of 290 minutes, showing that students have a very wide difference in how much time they spend listening to music. Now, moving on to the squeeness. The squeeness value for time spent listening to music is positive 2.00, which means the distribution is positively skewed or skewed to the right. And this shows us that most of the students spend less time listening to music, while a few students spend a very long hours. And this creates a tail extending to the right side of the distribution. Next, I will be explaining the range and the squeeness of our CGPA data. For the range, the minimum CGPA is 2.54 and the maximum is 4.00. This gives a range of 1.46, showing that the CGPA scores of our students have a moderate variation. Now, let's look at squeeness. We calculated a value of negative 0.94, which means the distribution is negatively skewed or skewed to the left. This indicated that most of the students have high CGPA, while only a few students score lower. We can see this clearly in our histogram. The majority of students have the higher CGPA bar, and the left tail shows the lower CGPA scores. And that's all from our team. Thank you for watching and listening. Assalamualaikum.